Alright, hopefully the volume isn't so terrible on this one. I was able to fit 4 games in today, or 4 matches in, but really I think it was really just kind of only a handful of games because I kept running into people that quit. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of time to play leagues right now, taking care of the little dude. But I can, pick up a game every once in a while where I can be okay being distracted. But anyways, so here's a match. This hand, uh, I guess I could see it with the. I have the Pixis Scry with Bobble, and I have a Saga. Um, I don't remember if I even kept this though, but I probably did. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Opponent is on Eldrazi. So yeah, just really, I know that I just gotta land. Depending on what kind of Eldrazi my opponent's on, they might be on Karn Eldrazi with Trinisphere or whatever Karn Eldrazi list there is. There's a bunch of them out there. But anyways, um, I'm looking to get a Needle with this saga, naming Karn or destroy Karn with a trophy, which I happen to have. Um, and then, yeah, just establish the lock. I might just try to kill my opponent with Saga tokens, depending on if I hit lands, which I'm going to try to do with this Bauble, with this Pixis. And then I can also try to hit Bridge. If I do hit Bridge, then it's going to be very, very difficult for the opponent to win. So they revealed a Devourer of Destiny, so I'm going to wait until after their trigger goes off, and they put a card back on top. So 3 cards entered the exile zone. They did put a card back on top, so I'm going to go ahead and exile that card. I don't know what it is, but um, there's not a whole lot of cards here that they have that can really hurt me too much. They can do a turn 1 Chalice if they're playing that kind of build, um, but I'm not sure that they're on that. But regardless, I'm just going to try to either Bridge Lantern Lock or uh, Lantern with Saga. So yeah, I get rid of that top card, whatever it is they put on top. They do have the turn 1 Soul Land, but they don't have a turn 1 Chalice, so that's good for me. That's good things. So, yeah. I don't want to use my Bauble yet. I want to try to see what my opponent's doing first, and hopefully hit another land here. So they play this guy, and this thing actually deals a ton of damage to me over the course of the game. So now I'm going to look at my top card. I see it's a cookbook. Unfortunately, there's only one cookbook in the deck, but I really need that third land. So my plan here is I can just use the trophy on the Fleshraker, and I'll be okay. It does look like they're on a more aggro Eldrazi plan rather than the Trinisphere Chalice Eldrazi. So I feel like I got some time, and the Profane. So now I'm going to be able to get Lantern with the Shredder, and Profane Tutor will get me the Bridge. And then if they have Karn, I have Trophy. So things are looking pretty good. I just want to hit a third land here so I can make a Saga token just in case. So I do exile the cookbook because I already have an answer to the Fleshraker. And I'm still at 20. So, and they're probably not going to deal 20 damage to me. So I do hit the third land, which is great. So I could make a dude here, but I'm most concerned with trying to take apart my opponent's hand. So I take the command here. The rest of their hand is garbage. It's pretty good for me. Oh yeah, Devourer is underneath here. So this is their hand. It's just a bunch of creatures. So that means next I need them to blank on one draw, and I'll be able to play a bridge and a lantern, and then that's the lock. And then I can just use trophy on the Fleshraker. I do make a punt in this game. Fortunately, it does not matter. I go ahead and play out the cage just so I can make it so that the Urza Saga token is a little bit bigger. Yep. So you're gonna deal some damage to me there. Yeah, go get the bridge. So I drew a lantern here instead. What I did is, what I should have done, I think, is grab the lantern and put it into play rather than bank off the lantern in my hand. Because if I look at my opponent's hand, they have a Thought Knot Seer. So if they play Thought Knot next turn, they can take my lantern, and then I won't have the lock. So what this is a mistake here. I didn't get a lantern with the Saga. Instead, I got a Shredder, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And it wasn't afterward. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have the mana to play both the bridge and the lantern in the same turn. So I was worried. My opponent does play the Thought Knot Seer. But it turns out that my opponent does not have a main deck answer to bridge, it looks like. I'm pretty sure we went through their entire deck. They don't have a main deck answer to bridge. Their only answer is the Fleshraker. So that's why my opponent here takes my trophy instead of my lantern. So I just start blind milling my opponent, and because of that, now I have a lantern lock. I'm at 11 life. They have one card in hand. I want to say it was unknown. There's that, and it might be this guy. I don't remember. I think they actually played that guy. So there is one unknown in hand. Yeah. That guy dealing a bunch of damage. So I'm just trying to keep them off of Kaloa spells. And I don't crack this fetch yet because I don't want to take any additional damage because I don't know what they got going on quite yet. Do a little bit more damage to me here. But I want this Inquisition to try to figure out what that last card is. And it's a Warping Well. So they do deal a little bit more damage to me thanks to making dudes with the Warping Well. But again, that means that I have a solid lock. They're not winning this game. And so what I do is I'm targeting myself with the mill so that I can establish a stronger lock. And I am looking for a trophy, and this tutor is going to give me the trophy. So yeah, still targeting myself, keeping my opponents on lands. I am playing very carefully. I am well ahead in clock time here, so I am not worried about the clock at all. Get the trophy. Now I'm gonna wait until their draw step to trophy because I don't want to give them a free shuffle. I want them to draw this Cavern of Souls. Oh, MTGO decided it's doing its thing. It doesn't care what I say. I think there might be a bug with MTGO right now with fetch lands. If you search with a fetch land, it appears it might not be shuffling the top of your library. Yeah. So, yeah. I want to draw that shredder. And the strings is great. Grab the 4 vault. So yeah, notice that I fetched twice and I still have a Saga on top. Come on, MTGO. What are you doing now? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I fetched twice and I still drew that Saga. I'm not worried about drawing the catacombs because I'm going to pitch it to the vault. Yeah, grab a shredder. So that's 5, 6 rocks in play. About to be 7, 8. Yeah, opponent is dead. And really, I don't have another no rock to get. I think I just grabbed a lantern instead. I could have gotten a needle and said you're already dead, but I figure maybe my opponent is new because they haven't conceded yet and they're eating up clock time like crazy. So, yeah. Now I'm being careful about how I mill here because I'm thinking maybe they have a Shuffle Titan, so I'm using my Pixis last. And they don't have a Shuffle Titan. So yeah, just mill out their deck. Play the needle, they concede. Let's see. Come on. Eventually MTGO will catch up. Okay, so I'm pretty sure my opponent quit out of the entire match before even starting their first turn, maybe. But my sideboard is let's see. What did I sideboard? Oh, I took out the cage, the Grafdigger's cage, and I took out 2 needles. And I brought in 3 Bantu's Last Reckoning, I think it's called. Just a board wipe. So, yeah, I can't keep this hand, but I can keep this one. My plan here is I can cast either one of these and it's going to wreck my opponent. I don't need the tutor right now because I have pretty much everything else, and I want to use the Bobble and Pixis as a surveil engine. So mold to 6. they put all 4 cards in the exile zone, and then they concede. So, yeah.